Hey guys, welcome back to more Football Manager 2016 and episode 35 of the Journeyman with AC Milan. And today we have the Champions League game and Sparta Prague, I would think it is. Let's have a look at the transfers since the last episode, which was obviously the first game of the season. On the outs, we'll go through first. We've sold Juan Lopez. He is a regen. He's pretty good actually, but he was moaning about first team football, so I thought I'd move him on. 13.5 million, not too bad. We also got rid of Rodrigo de Paul, who isn't too bad either, but we didn't have a place in the squad for him, so he's gone for 8 million. We've also sold Hausinho for 4.5 million, Santiago Gomez for 4.4, and Simon Broderson for 1.8. I believe they are all regens as well, so that's something. Let's have a look on the ins then. Thomas Berardo was already here. Nicolas Otamendi was already here. We did bring in Aubameyang for 1.9 million, and he's come in and done alright. Just a backup striker. We've brought in Andrea Belotti, who is a 28-year-old Italian striker. He's actually a real player and is very, very good. I've never actually heard of this guy, but he started the save at Torino and had a brilliant season. I noticed the last 4 seasons he's been very consistent in terms of goals, so I brought him in for 17.5 million, and we're going to see how he does this season. He's done very well so far. We've also signed Juan Ignacio Cavallaro, who is also a real player. He's worth 21 million. We signed him for 12.5. He's come in and hit the ground running. Very, very good player. He was at Napoli, Valencia, who is still managed by Gary Neville, funnily enough, on this save. And we also signed this man, Hector Joinville. Now, you might remember him from the World Cup semi-final against France. He's got a pretty decent long shot and a very good player all round. 4-star potential. Brought him in for 25 million. He's not played much, but when he has played, he's done very, very well. So it's good to have him in. So, with that out of the way, let's have a look at the multitude of matches since the last episode, which was the 1-0 defeat to Inter Milan in the Supercoppa final. We then went on to win 1-0 against Empoli in the first match of the season, with Alcesha getting the goal there. We then won 4-0 against Sassuolo with Cavallaro, Belotti and Embolo getting a goal, as well as an own goal as well. We then won 6-2 against Palermo with Belotti getting a hat-trick, Alcesha getting a goal, and Berardo and Aubameyang also scoring. We then won 4-1 in our first Champions League match as a manager, with Alcesha getting a hat-trick and Embolo also scoring. We then disappointingly drew 2-2 against Genoa. We were 2-0 down, but with 7 minutes to go, Alcesha scored a couple of goals and got us back into things. We then won 3-1 against AS Roma, with Alcesha and Joinville getting on the score sheet. We then won 2-0 against Torino, with Alcesha and Romagnoli on the score sheet. We then won 2-1 against Galatasaray, with Embolo and Alcesha on the score sheet. Noticing a very good season from Alcesha so far. We then won 1-0 against Napoli, Alcesha scoring. We then won 1-0 against Pro Vercelli, with an own goal in the 92nd minute getting us across the line. We then won 4-1 in the Champions League against today's opponent, Sparta Prague, with Firmino and Alcesha scoring a hat-trick there. We then won 4-0 against Cesena, with Aubameyang getting 2 and Alcesha getting 2 as well. We then won 5-0 against Verona, with an own goal, 2 Alcesha goals, and Romagnoli and Firmino getting goals there. And finally, we won 4-0 against Udinese, with Belotti getting 3 and Romagnoli scoring as well. So let's have a look at squad performance. Oh well, no, what does that mean for Serie A? Well, we have made an unbeaten start of the season, and we are top of the table, 4 points clear of Juventus in second, so a very, very good start for us. And squad performances, top goal scorer is Paco Alcácer, the new Jamie Vardy, as I like to call him, 18 goals in 15 appearances, 7 for Belotti as well. Top assists is Christian with 7 there, and Belotti getting 6. And Bolo getting 5. Top average rating is Christian with an 8.16 and 7.99 for Hugo Malo and 7.9 for Duarte. But a lot of very, very good performances so far. I'll be back in just a second. I need to close my window. Right guys, I am back. Let's have a look at the team for today then. We're going to have Donnarumma in goal, Fernandez, Horny, Romagnoli and Duarte starting in defence. Embolo, Krisatig, Joinville and Cavallero in midfield, and Belotti and Alcácer will start up front. So without further ado, let's get into things. So we're expecting quite a good performance here today in the Champions League, and it's looking like we've become quite a decent manager. If you're interested, the New England manager is Antonio Conte. He left Chelsea to become the boss, and I think they've done alright so far. A couple of wins, and they seem to be on the right track. Into the middle, and Duarte got shot off, but good save by the goalkeeper. Cavallero, Joinville, Duarte. Well, Cavallero's took a bit of a knock there, but I think he should be okay for now. Hollick. Now here's Joinville, Christig, Joinville, Alcácer, and Bolo into the middle, and Belotti over the bar. Here's Cavallero, and forward to Belotti, Alcácer. Oh, that was just wide. But if we win today, we'll obviously qualify for the next round, which is great. Even if we draw today, we qualify. So it's a good time to be an AC Milan fan. Belotti into the middle, Embolo, now Alcácer, Duarte, Joinville, Alcácer, good save, very good save. Here's Christig, or Christig, I'm not really sure, but here he is anyway. Fernandez, Alcácer sticks it in the back of the net, and it's 1-0. Speaking of Jamie Vardy, when I was calling him the new Jamie Vardy, I just couldn't resist, could I? Well, we've got him coming in January. I signed him for 200, well no, I think it was 130 grand or something. I think he's getting paid more than that a week. So, you know, but I couldn't resist. We can't let him rot away in the Leicester reserves for the rest of his career. We've got to give him something to be proud of. Try and win him a Champions League or something. That would be really good. He's going to come in as an under-18s coach as well, so he'll hopefully become part of my staple backroom team, as Alcácer got a good shot away there. But yeah, I mean, if we win the Champions League this year, I feel like I'll have to move on, but we'll give it a couple of seasons and then see where we can go. I'm hoping to head over to Spain or Germany next in my career. But I've thoroughly enjoyed the series so far. I think it's nice to keep things fresh, moving about the continent, and just having new projects all the time. I think it's quite nice. Here's Cavallero. Good. Well, that was a bad tackle. That was a terrible shot by Reda or whatever his name was. Here's Joinville. Duarte. Oh, that's forward now, and a good save by Donnarumma. Might be time to make a change soon. Here's Cavallero into the middle, and, well, Barotti misses a sitter. Well, good block. Barotti's going to come off for Aubameyang. Here's Alchesha. Now Christig. What a goal that was. What a fabulous goal. Alchesha there with the assist. But, well, what a goal from outside the box. 2-0, and we've pretty much sealed the victory here. It's honestly been very enjoyable being at AC Milan so far. We are dominating. Couldn't expect any better, really. Joinville, Alchesha off the post. I thought this was going to be a very tough project because AC Milan aren't the side that they used to be, but it's a young, exciting side that I've inherited. I've made a couple of signings that have improved the squad, but most of the players were already there. The players I've brought in were Cavallero and Belletti, and the only two real significant signings. Obviously Hector Joinville as well is very, very good. Aubameyang, yep, there's another signing. 3-0. And time to make another change, I think. Let's see what we can do. We can bring Israel on for Christig, and we'll bring on a junior for Embolo, and maybe move Joinville out wide and do that. Here's Aubameyang again, Embolo, Cavallero, oh, good ball forward, good tackle, Cavallero, nope. Oh, good save, very good save. After this match, we'll have a quick look at the Premier League, see how that's doing. I haven't really looked this season. Junior. Forward to Aubameyang, who sticks it in the back of the net, 4-0. Not a bad little substitution, is Pierre Aubameyang. Likes his goals, and I think that could be the same sort of role Jamie Vardy plays at the club, just a super sub. Grab you a goal late in a game. I'd love him to be as good as he was, when we won the title with Leicester, but that was a long time ago, and he's been rotting in the reserves ever since. So it's going to be tough to get him back to that standard, but I'm hopeful. Very good performance, and that means we're through to the first knockout round in the Champions League. Very pleased about that. There we go. Christig was the best player. John Arne Riise, the Norway boss. Who does he play for in real life? Well, it must be the Delhi Dynamos in India. I don't know if have they still got any players? No. Yeah, let's have a look at the Premier League then. So it should be on my homepage somewhere, I would imagine, in the news section. But this game has gone very slow all of a sudden. Don't really know what's going on. I'll see you guys once this situation has been resolved. Well, guys, the recording just ran. I couldn't switch it off. It must have been something with the computer. but I'll hopefully edit that out. But if I forget, never mind. Yeah, so we're looking for the Premier League, aren't we? Right, let's have a look at my profile. Let's see how I'm getting on learning the language. Not at all yet. Leicester, Barclays Premier League, and Chelsea are leading it at the moment. Leicester down there in 7th, not great. Southampton up there in 5th, that's nice to see. Any shockers? Liverpool in 9th that have had a terrible time of things recently. If you look at that, just a downward spiral since Brendan Rodgers left. They haven't been in the top 6 since, top 5 since 2017, so really not good. Really not good from them. Let's have a look at the squad. It's still fairly good, actually, by the looks of things. We've got Berahino up front, obviously the England striker. But yeah, it's a bit sorry for them. But when am I going to come back? That is the question. Well, it'll be January. It'll be the first game in January, so we'll play. Well, let's see if I can find an interesting game. I mean, we could do the Roma game, maybe. Yeah, I don't want to play easy teams, and just have a boring episode. So we'll play AS Roma in the next one. That's quite a way away for me, so that'll be a lot of playing time. But luckily I'm recording these well in advance, so that should be fine. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like down below if you did. You don't have to, of course, but it will mean a lot for me and for the channel. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.